Welcome to Screen Smart. I am your host, April Whiting, a certified screen safety educator. This show is dedicated to help you thrive in a tech-heavy world. Remember to stay tuned to the end of the show where I will be answering one of your questions. Today on my show, I'm so excited. Today is Teen Talk. And I have three beautiful girls with me today, and thank you, girls, for coming and being on the show. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell me how old you are and what grade you're in.
I'm Haley Slade, I'm 14, and I'm in 8th grade.
Thanks, Haley.
I'm Harmony Hill, I'm 14 and a freshman.
I'm Marley Binney, I am almost 18 and I'm a senior.
Awesome. Okay, so we have 8th grade, so we're at the end of junior high. You're getting close, girl. You're almost there. And then we have a freshman and a senior. So, and you all go to Sholo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I went to Sholo too. Long time ago. So today I just wanted to have a conversation about growing up with smartphones and social media, because when I was growing up, there was no, cell phones were just coming out, and there was no such thing as social media. And so I have so much respect for your age and what you are living through. I can't imagine doing junior high and high school with social media. That blows my mind. But for you girls, that's normal. And so I wanted to start by asking you something that I ask at all of my presentations, which is statistics for teen suicide have gone through the roof in the last 10 years, and unfortunately, especially in the last year. And a lot of that is due to COVID. But I wanted to ask you girls your opinions of why do you think the teen suicide rates are so high right now?
Probably because of cyberbullying, and people, they aren't very nice to other people. So they call them names, tell them to do stuff that isn't okay, and it pushes them to doing that. And it's not right.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Cyberbullying is a big one. What else? What else other than cyberbullying?
Well, I think a lot with that is just with COVID going on, you have to stay inside. And so
for sure.
I think a lot of it is just you're bored out of your mind, and then you lose a lot of friends because you can't see them every day.
Yeah.
And so that you get depressed because you're not seeing anybody.
Absolutely. I feel like as human beings, we need connection, human interaction, and especially at your age. But Marley, what else? What else?
Well, just with what she was saying about cyberbullying, I think a lot of people have a lot of unnecessary time on their hands that they're just they get bored with it, and they just are trying to find something to do. And a lot of the times it's horrible, but it's kind of easy to be mean to someone and to kind of I don't know, just put someone down. And so I think that's just a lot, just people have time to do that, and that's all they can do. And so I think that's just really hard, and it weighs a lot on teenagers a lot.
Sure. I agree with all of this. And so we're going to unpack this a little bit and talk about it. So let's start with cyberbullying. When I was in 8th grade, I had a bully, and she was scary. If she wanted to kick my butt, she could. I was scared of her, and one day she told me that after school, it's on, and I thought, oh great, this is the day I die, basically. So the school bell rings, and I hightail it the opposite way of what I think she's going. I make it home, and I had a bowl of cereal, and I played basketball, and life was okay again, at least for the rest of the day. I could regroup, I could talk to my brother and my parents, and it was okay. And I feel so now let's take that situation and put it in 2020, and it's completely different. If you have a bully, that bully follows you home, sleeps in your bedroom all night, through your cell phone, right? Through social media, your smartphone. it's a lot different now. And I can't imagine the pressure that is. And it's just, I always try to remind parents, because we are the first generation raising a smartphone generation. And so you girls are the guinea pigs. We're trying to figure this out as we go. And a lot of times we reference our lives growing up and our parents' lives growing up. But right now, we don't have anybody to reference. Like, I can't call my mom and say, what did you do when I was going through, with social media, because it wasn't a thing back then. And so, like, how do you deal with, because I feel like with cyberbullying, and I don't know if you girls have dealt with it personally or not, but, it's a lot easier to say unkind things through a screen. You're not reading facial expressions. And so, like, how have you seen that, if not affect you, like, your friends' lives? And what can we do to combat that? Do you have any thoughts?
Well, like, first off, they will start, like, spreading rumors about you that aren't even true, and then it'll get around everywhere. So to stop that, they could not do it. They could be a lot more nicer and just stop it altogether.
Sure, yeah, just the stop.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What else?
Yeah, and with that, like, even if it's like over social media, you can try like blocking them to try getting away from it, or even just like putting your phone away so that you're not looking at it and like reading the messages and stuff.
Sure, yeah, absolutely, which is so hard to do, for sure.
Yeah. I've never really had like a big problem with cyberbullying, but like something that I struggle with is just like comparing myself to other people, because I like, we're all in like a time where like everyone's like trendy and like, and there's all those different things and fashionable and stuff like that. And I think it's just really hard to like kind of not compare yourself to like all those people that like, I don't know. That's probably one of like my biggest things, is just comparing myself to other people. And a lot of the times, like, I just have to, like, what you're saying, just like stop and just like put my phone away, or just like I've like unfollowed people that like just don't, like, anytime I see like a picture they post, like I just don't feel good about myself. And so I don't know. I just think we have to like think about ourselves a little bit more and just like how things make us feel. So
yeah, I am so glad that you brought that up, because that was the next thing I was going to talk about. I call it a front stage and a backstage. We all have front stage and a backstage. And so our front stage is our best foot forward. It's our success. It's everything that's going right in our life. It's acing that test. It's making that team. It's having a really good hair day or that really cute outfit, right? We all have front stages. But on the flip side of that, we all have back stages, every single one of us, right? That's our failures. That's things that we're struggling with, failing that test, not making the team. But I feel like that those are also where we learn our biggest lessons in life. I always tell kids that failure is the absolute best teacher. And so why are we so scared of it, and why are we so embarrassed by it? But we are, as a society. So with social media, with this front stage and this backstage, we have a tendency, so social media is always front stage. 99% of the time, it's everybody's front stage. But what we tend to do is we take our backstage and we compare it to everyone else's front stage. And that can be so hard on us mentally, especially at your age, with peer pressure and everything you're going through. It can be so hard mentally, and so hard just to remember that that's a thing. Even for me at my age, it's hard to remember. You know, I'll put my front stage on social media I'll get that one kid that's acting like a normal human being for 5 minutes, and I'll put them in the one corner of my house that's actually clean, and I'll take a picture and I put it on social media, you know, look at my perfect house and my perfect acting child. And meanwhile, behind me, there's a mountain of laundry. One of my kids is running around with his underwear on his head, but you don't see that, right? Because that's not my front stage. But I'm taking that mountain of laundry and the crazy kids, and I'm comparing it to these beautiful pictures online. But I feel like that is magnified times 100 when you are in junior high and high school. And so I want to ask you girls, because I spend a lot of time going into communities and talking to parents and just trying to get them to understand more of what it's like to grow up in a tech-heavy world, which you girls are my teacher, because like I said, I don't know what that is like. So I just want to talk to you girls about how can us as parents, how can we be more supportive of what you deal with now with social media and technology and just everything as a whole growing up now?
It's kind of hard because like you feel like social media is your only friend,
Right.
especially by this time. So basically, social media is the only way for you to hang out with your friends, call them, text them, and just try to get to know or hang out with people that you haven't seen in a while.
Sure, that's how you communicate now, right? If you guys are planning something, it's usually planned through social media or texting.
Right.
Right. What else, girls?
Like, I feel like with social media, that parents need to be more like understanding. Like sometimes we can't control like what's going on with it, like what's like on our news feed or something that like would just pop up, and like we can't control it. So maybe like try understanding that we can't control it, and that like it's not always our fault what's being like seen.
Yeah, that, and maybe that you can be a force for good on social media. You can be the light to get rid of some of the darkness of social media.
Yeah.
Marley, did you have any other thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, how you were talking about how they kind of compare it to like their day. And I know my mom's biggest argument, she's like, well, I didn't get a cell phone until I was like 22. And I was like, well, it's a little different now. But yeah, that always makes me feel like, oh, well, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, if I don't have one, and like, that was like my biggest thing. It was just like all my friends were getting them, and they were all like getting to like text each other and stuff like that. And even though like we compare each other and like that's not good, but it's like, it's another way to like just, like get to know people and to start friendships. Cause I know over quarantine, like, my two best friends lived in the valley, and they live here now, but they lived in the valley, and so like the only way was to like, they saw like what I was doing was like me posting stuff and like them posting stuff and just getting to know each other like through that. And so like it's like not all bad. I think they just kind of have to understand that, and that they can't compare it to like when they were kids, because it's so different and the times have changed a lot.
100%. It is so different. It's different times now than it used to be. And I always talk about that social media isn't going anywhere. It's here to stay, and it just keeps growing and growing. And so I'm trying to figure out what we can do as a whole, like as parents and kids, and come together to figure this out. And I have a lot of parents that will ask me, okay, what apps do I need to not have my kids on? Which ones are okay? Which ones are safe? Which are really great questions. But I always tell parents the number one thing that you should focus on is your relationship with your child. Be an expert with your relationship. If you have those lines of communication open, so that when you girls or anybody comes across things on social media that are dangerous or scary or hard, that you feel like you can take it to your parents, like they're a soft place to land and have that communication. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to play a fun game, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks, girls. Welcome back. We are here with Haley, Harmony, and Marley, and we are going to play a little game. These days, that just made me sound old by saying these days, but your age group, you have your own teen slang, I guess we can call it, when you text, not when you're talking in real life, but when you text, I guess, to make it quicker, or so you use words like letters instead of words. And so on your cards, you apparently have things that you might text other people your age that I am probably not going to know what they mean. But I'm going to try and guess what they mean and possibly make a fool out of myself. And so let's do it. We'll keep going down the line.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
TTYL.
TTYL. Is that talk to you later? Oh, I'm so proud of myself.
Sounds good.
Okay, what's next?
Got LMK.
LMK. Look, Mom, no. LMK, what is it?
Let me know.
Let me know. Oh, I should have known that.
Yeah, 1 point for you, 1 point for the cards.
Yeah. We need a scoreboard. Yes. Okay, Marley, what's next?
Okay, this one is WYA.
WYA. Why or what? Where you are?
Yes, that's where you at.
Where you at? I should have known that.
Yeah, that was close.
Okay, thank you.
We'll give you that one.
Thank you for making me feel better about myself. Okay, what's next?
WDYM.
WDYM. Where do you make cookies? What is that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna text my husband all these.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Go ahead.
ROFL.
ROFL. Wait, I know this one. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Yes.
I'm so proud of myself
That is a good
right
one.
now. Okay, Marley.
Okay, this one is tricky. So I've actually never heard this one.
Okay.
And it's CD9.
CD9. Is that a code for like, where's your dog? K9.
No. So this one is can't talk, parents in room.
Wow, can't talk, parents in
So
room.
I've never heard that
Okay.
one.
I never have either.
No.
So, but that brings up a good point that, because I know that they also use a lot of these in context with drugs, because I work closely with law enforcement, and there's a lot of parents that wish that they would have known, like when they were safety checking their kids' phones, which I always recommend, that parents do, and they didn't know what things meant, and it didn't draw red flags for them. And so just so parents are aware that you always have to dig a little deeper, that it might not mean what you think it means. So let's say that one again, CD9. And it means can't talk, parents in room.
Yeah.
And let's let everybody know that these aren't things that necessarily you girls text. These are just in general. They were just given the cards. I don't want your mom to ground you.
I know, right?
Okay, go ahead.
ONG.
ONG? Oh, not good.
Not a bad guess.
Yeah.
What is that?
On God.
What is that?
On God.
Does that mean like you promise?
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's like on God. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I promise whatever they said.
Okay.
or like, I'm not lying on God. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much just like.
Got it. Okay. Okay, what's
And then
next?
we have NP.
NP. No problem.
Yes.
Very good.
Okay. Phew. I'm feeling a little bit better about myself. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this one is woke.
Woke. Woke. I am awake.
You're not wrong, but no. So this one's just like you're smart, or I don't know. It's just like you kind of like know what's up, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Like you just kind of like know.
use it like, how would you text that to someone?
You're really woke.
Yeah, I was like they're woke.
Okay.
I don't
it
know.
means
I've
like-
never really used it that
Okay.
much.
Yeah.
But it could mean that they're smart.
Yeah, that they're
or
smart. That they just like
They know what's
they
up.
know. Yeah,
They know what.
they know what's up.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
AMs or TMs? It's all one.
AMs or TMs?
Yes.
Morning or tomorrow?
No.
What is that?
It's ask me something or tell me something.
Oh, okay. And do they put this a lot on social media?
Yeah, like for your story, when they're bored, you just say AMs or TMs, and then people just send you anything.
I
Like, how
see.
you doing? Hey, that.
Gotcha.
Yes.
See, I'm learning so much. Hopefully all parents are learning right now.
Yeah.
Right.
What's
And then
next?
TBH.
TBH.
Yes.
Wait, I know this. I feel so much pressure right now though. TBH, to be honest.
Yes.
Okay, because I've seen that on social media. Kids will post TBH and then people just send them really honest things, which can also be really hurtful things. Because sometimes I want to message and be like, no, don't say that. People will be mean to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It usually goes with that or rate, date, hate. Usually put it together, kind of like with the AMS or TMS.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kind of
say
just
that
like-
last part again.
RDH was like rate, date, hate. It kind of like
Okay.
goes together when you put it on your
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, which brings up the point that social media there can be bullying for sure. Okay, what's next?
This one is NVM. You should know that one.
NVM. Well, now I feel pressure. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
So you've got that.
Yeah.
that was stressful for me.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Fire.
Fire. Fire. Run.
It means cool.
Oh, okay, it means cool.
Yeah.
So if you say like, that guy's fire, he's cool, or he's hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, girls, I know things.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Now it's NGL.
NGL. Not good looking. What is it?
Not gonna lie.
Oh, not gonna lie. I should have known that. Okay, NGL, not gonna lie. Okay.
Yeah. No cap.
No cap? No cap. No hats in here.
No, so that one just means like for real. So like when someone says like no cap, it means like they're not lying. Like
Okay.
yeah,
No cap.
it's kind of yeah.
I'm gonna start saying these and my kids are gonna hate me so bad. Well, just my teenager, the others won't know.
Yeah.
No cap, for real. Okay, what's next?
Sus.
Sus. Sus. Is it like SUS? You're suspended.
Close.
What does it mean?
Suspicious.
Suspicious. Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see that. Okay, what do we got?
NM.
NM. No, ma'am. What does it mean?
It means nothing much.
Nothing much. Okay. All right. Marley, what do we got?
OMW.
OMW. Oh my. I don't know.
That means on my way.
On
like,
my way.
When you're just
Yeah.
like going to pick someone up or
Okay.
going somewhere.
Okay. So this was a fun game, but I wanted to teach parents that they need to be aware of what things look like might not always be what actually is. Because I do know some slang terms that are drug references, like if someone texts where you posted, and it means like where's the drug drop off, just things like that. And so it's just good for parents to inform themselves. So all right, girls, thank you so much for being here and for letting us into your lives a little bit, and for having a conversation about social media and how hard it can be, but how you can also use it for good. And just keep being awesome, and hopefully I'll see you in the school soon. So,
yes, thank you for inviting us.
Yes,
absolutely,
so
yes.
It was fun.
Good, I'm glad you girls had fun.
Yeah.
All right, we will be right back, and I will be answering your questions. Welcome back to Screen Smart. Today's question, I've actually been getting a lot the last couple of weeks. Parents are wanting to know about the game called Among Us. It's becoming really popular, especially with younger kids, I would say around 9 to 12 years old, and parents are just wanting to know if it's safe. And so my answer is that it is a pretty safe game. If you pay $1.99, they take the ads away, which I would recommend doing because some of the ads are inappropriate. And so if you pay the $1.99, and then there are chat rooms, you can play online or have private rooms. The chat rooms, you can push a button and it does a pretty good job of censoring out anything inappropriate. But always, anywhere where kids are, there will also be predators. It's just the way it is in this world. So I recommend paying the $1.99 to get rid of the inappropriate ads. And then just be aware, have smart conversations with your kids about not giving out private information online. Do not use their real names to play the game, but it is a really fun game. I have actually played it with my kids. It's kind of like the game Clue, but in a digital format. So the game is called Among Us. It's an app. You can get it on computers, and it is pretty safe. So thank you so much for joining us today on Screen Smart. If you have questions for me, you can find me on Instagram at the Screen Safe Project. And as always, remember that you are your child's best app.